So yeah, hi everyone. In the last video, we completed our CRUD operation. So in this part, what we will do, we will write our last use case that would be get all project by filter. Okay, so let's create a new use case that is get all get projects by filter. Let's rename it get projects by filter dot js. Okay, let's name of our use case get projects by filter. Okay, now let's try to import it first, otherwise we will forget it. We will let's export it, sorry, otherwise we will forget, then we will get some error at runtime. So let's define a constructor of our class. This will also take same as previous. Let's copy from there, and here also we would have a method, one method that would be asynchronous, and the method name we can define as execute. Okay, so in method body, what we will do, we will call our project repository and the method, the responsible method. But in this case, we also need a parameter that would be filter parameter, and let's call our method from repository that would be get project by filter. Fine, get project by filter, and we'll pass this filter parameter to that, and let's rename to get projects by filter. Now what we have to do, we have to define this method over inside our project repository, and at the end what we will do, we'll return this. Okay, so let's copy the name of our method from our use cases, and now come inside the project repository, copy the name of method, and we'll define over here. This will take a parameter filter, and the method would be asynchronous type. Fine, so let's define our project, and let's define the query first, because we have to pass the query inside our data source method. So let's name a variable called query, and we'll define the query. What we have to do, we have to select what we need to select all, when select star from where, from our project tables, where we are saying that where our project category, this time our project category field should be the provided filter, and this is our query. We defined our SQL query here. Now we create an object for parameters from our filter. Okay, we create a variable params with object of filter. Fine, now we can call our MySQL data source method, that is execute selection query, because we do not need to perform any operation over here. So we will call the method that is execute select query, and select query also take two parameters, that is first one the query and the second one is params, that is asynchronous method. So we have to add await over here, and the result we will add inside a variable const rows and assign the value, and at the end what we will do, we will return our result, whatever we will get. Fine, we completed our repository part. So next thing what we have to do, we have to define a new method inside our controller. So open our controller file and create a new method that is get project by filter or project by filter. Okay, let's remove the space here, and that would be also asynchronous. Let's define a method called get or projects by filter. So this will also take two parameter, that would be request and response. Okay, and let's try to create a new object, pass our, okay, let's say let's say that is project category, and we will get from request dot query. This time we will not get from body, we will get this from query, because we are performing this. Okay, so next thing what we have to do, we will check this project category is provided by user, then only we will proceed further, otherwise we will throw an error. So let's see how we'll do that. We'll copy this and check if this is not provided by user, then we will say that please add a required field and pass this method. If this is validation part is completed and project category is provided by user, then we will add our try catch block. Let's what we will do, we will simply copy this our get one part, get all rejects all project one part, and paste it here. And there are some changes we need to do. We have to add our new use case, that is get projects by filter. Okay, the use case name was get project by filter, so let's add it here, get projects by filter. We'll add inside the constructor body this dot is. Fine, inside our method project by filter, we'll use a use case get project by filter and call the execute method, and the execute method this time will take some parameter, that is project category, will pass inside here. Fine, then rest of the thing would be same. In the error part we will return 500 and say that internal server error as of now. So this is done from the controller part. Now what we have to modify, we have to add a new route that would be project by filter. So let's define that. Let's copy the first parameter, the first method, that was get method, and add it over here only, and rename with get project by filter, and we have to call our newly created method inside a project controller file. Inside project routes, we will call this projects by filter. This is done inside our routes file. We have to modify our app.js file. For what we have to do, we have to import our use cases over here. So let's copy it, line number 8, and we'll paste it here. Rename it to project by filters, projects by filter get. Let's add get projects by filter, and we'll add a required path, that is get projects by filter. Let's create an object of that use case. We'll copy this and we'll paste over. Okay, we'll copy this line and we'll paste here and rename it. What is that? Get projects by filter, and we call this module. Fine. Now we will pass our newly use case inside our controller, because we have added one more parameter inside our project controller, that is get projects by filter. So we added there. So we completed this part also. Let's try to run on our Postman and see if we are getting or not. So let's try to run get method one more time. So we have this. Okay, let's try to add a filter. That's we want the project category which have, let's say we have project category this, and we have any other project category SSS. Okay, so let's add a new project category. We have to add inside a parameters, that is project category, and the value is this. So let's add the value here and try to rename the method here, that is, let's copy from our routes get projects by filter. Okay, we will copy over here get project by filter, and let's try to send it. Okay, you can see your project is filtered. Now we have only those objects which have project category this. Okay, so we completed this part also. So we completed almost our backend part. Now what we have to do, we will deploy this on server and for production use case. Okay, so